Good morning, everybody. It's Holly from Besotted Orchids. I want to wish you all a very, very happy new year. Blessings to each and every one of you. I hope we have a tremendous year as a world as a whole and each individual person. I just hope that it's a much better year. So, I want to come to you and show you how I started my year. Look at all of these blooms. I did have to go around the house and gather them. I also was greeted at my chicken house this morning by a new egg that had a new hen has started laying an egg. So I'm getting several shades of green, browns, and a pink now. And I was also greeted by two beautiful bluebirds. So I can't say it's been a bad day so far. It's a pretty good start to a new year. So over here, I do want to show you my blooms. Look at this. I have blooms and then I have things to come. Over here, of course, you've seen my pink hyacinth doll. She smells amazing. The scent of her, wow. I keep her on the kitchen counter on my island, and when I walk by, you're just like, what is that smell? Then you're like, oh, it's her. She smells amazing. In fact, she sits right next to this one normally on the island, and I'm like, oh, this one does have a scent. But no, it doesn't. It's just her. The pink hyacinth doll is really emitting quite a scent. Now, over here, I want to show you my Dendrobium cherry dance. It did not have the greatest bloom show this year. I don't know. I'm not sure what. It did have great growth. It's just the blooms, maybe not as much as I would have liked. So I think in the new year, I really am going to be focusing on when I do repotting or just add a few grains of a slow release fertilizer into them. I think that's going to be important. Down here in things to come, Renee Marquise Tyler. She is going to be absolutely stunning. I'm hoping, by the end of next week, possibly. They are screaming pink, green, and yellow. It's like a little child picked a crayon, all the colors out of the crayon box that he thought, or he or she thought would be the most beautiful orchid ever. That's Renee Marquise Tyler. Beautiful. And this, of course, you've seen before. This was a Home Depot haul. Basic Phalaenopsis. Oh, I'm going to drop down here. You need to see who greeted me in the new year. Last night, they started opening. This came from Groovy Plant Ranch. This is, let me say the complete, Brassicattleya Benoso Key Lime, because it's got the green. But look at that beautiful spotting. All the little speckles. And it has a whopping total of 10 that will soon to be open, 10 blooms. So I'm pretty happy with that. And this is night scented. Literally, don't laugh. This one goes to bed with me. I put it on the bedside table at night because it is so wonderfully scented. Why would you want to miss that? So I wake up to the beautiful scent of that early in the morning. Over here, the green lantern. I'm going to say red carpet. Green lantern, red carpet. Yes, that's his name. It's another dendrobium type. And look at that. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit for you. Oh, my fingers are not making the phone move. There we go. Look at that. She's just beautiful. And I wish you could smell the table right now. Oh my gosh. You know what it is? What smells like cherries? I'm going to show you in a minute what smells like cherries. Very, very potent cherry smell. And this one has 5 buds, 4 more buds to come. And if you were to say that she has one of these, and it has bloomed a very, very long time for her. So I'm hoping I have a long period of blooms with this. And up here, the giant in the back. This is Phytochilanthe Kryptonite Parkside. Very, very pretty. Oh, there we go. Well, I was going to zoom in now. Look at that. Very pretty. And the underside is white. Oh my gosh, I do wish you could smell the cherry fragrance. Oh my gosh. I'm going to come down right now and show you what is making that aroma. Here we go. Right down here. We have the Cycnodes Wine Delight. Let me come down so you can see it better. This baby is really putting out the cherry scent, like a really rich black cherry. Oh my goodness. Very, very potent. It didn't have as many blooms as it did last year. Of course, last year it came in bud. So these are the first blooms that I have created here in my home with it, that it has created in my home environment. And they're rather large. So I don't know. I'm not too displeased with it. I think it's beautiful. And the scent is knock you off your feet. Gorgeous. What a scent. So that one will be going into hibernation very shortly. Actually, what happens is you can see this bulb over here that looks more dried up and desiccated. Those are former years. This one over here, the big beautiful green one, it will do the same thing. And then I will literally put it on a shelf or put it in a drawer and pull it back out in the spring and start the process all over again. So hopefully next year, there'll be a few more blooms for us to enjoy. Over here is another basic no ID foul. Come back out a little bit so you can see them all. Sorry, I have my chairs over there. I tried to clear everything out of the way for the photos, but there's so many orchids, it's hard to clear the whole room. Look at her. She's just absolutely stunning. Oh, and I should show you, I forgot to bring it out. In the other room, I did forget, I have a Howard's Dream getting ready to open. I have a Paragon Honey Butter Oncidium type. I have a Foul getting ready to open. So I have quite a few in the new year that are going to be delighting us with their beauty. And look at this. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I can't get over the scent of this orchid. Wow, she is really putting out a scent this morning. Look at that glow. This is a dendrobium, and this is one that I do not have an ID on, and I need to get busy finding it now that it's open. This came from Groovy Plant Ranch. And I bought it with no ID. But it does have some really nice buds to come, and it will stay in bloom for a very long time. Your Dendrobium phalaenopsis, they like to hang around. They're not very, very quick bloomers. They last a long time. And back there, the panda. Very, very pretty fowl. So let me see what I haven't shown you. I do have the key lime down there. Oh, down here, Hieroglyphia. She is getting ready to, I'm almost going to have to move that orchid. It's really fragrant. I have some asthma. And if something is way too fragrant, it kind of shuts down my breathing. But here we go. Look at that. Getting ready to open. It'll be white with a beautiful striping effect on it. It has another spike over here. And it has another spike over here. Now, this is interesting because this is a summer blooming fowl. It has never bloomed for me in the summer. This blooms in the winter, and I don't know why. I have no idea why. So if this one's blooming, I'm pretty sure if I go into the living room, I will see my LD Bear King. It's probably getting ready to throw some blooms as well. And over here is another one that is another no ID from Groovy Plant Ranch. I'm telling you, if you own a greenhouse, you got to practically staple those tags to your pots or people are going to walk off with them. I've got orchid bark over here. People are going to walk off with them and put them back with the wrong plant. So I did go on to some previous videos that I took of Groovy Plants Ranch, of their orchid selection. And I think I've narrowed this down to what I've seen blooming in the past. And it's going to be a lovely, lovely shade of orange. Fingers crossed, a shade of orange. Because I think that was a beautiful orchid that I spotted in my video. And I'm pretty sure this is it. So let me see if I have missed anything. I don't think that I have. They are all just such a joy to wake up. You almost feel a little giddy when you're placing them all out here because I do put them throughout the home. I decorate my home with them when they're in bloom. And you tend to forget just how many are blooming until you put them in one location. And then you're like, oh my goodness, I may have a slight problem, but what a wonderful, wonderful problem it is to have. So I'm going to come in on this one so you can see this beauty one more time before I tell you goodbye until the next video. But this one, if you want to try a catasetum type orchid, this is a Cycnodes Wine Delight. And it does smell like cherries, a really deep, beautiful cherry. So this would be one to start out with. And like I said, a lot of the year, you're not taking care of this orchid at all. It's living in a box or it's living on your shelf somewhere. They dry up. You just let them go completely dormant. In the spring, you just repot them into a little larger pot because they do grow. And you'll have some new blooms. So if you want to take the winter off of your orchids, this is the one that you want. You could have a huge collection of catasetums and you wouldn't have to take care of them several months out of the year. So that might be a bonus for some people. But yeah, don't be afraid if your catasetums start losing all the leaves. All of these leaves will start falling. In fact, I should stop watering it here shortly. And it will, it'll go into its dormancy. So next year it will need a nice larger pot and some more slow release crystals of the fertilizer, little pellets. And I think we'll have a better bloom show next year. So you guys, once again, have a great new year. I'm wishing nothing but the best for all of you. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for coming to my channel. Let me see what else. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and above all, enjoy those orchids.